schedules. I just get distracted easily, unfortunately. So I never stay on the schedule.
Okay. All right. So distractions to come up, right? Are those distractions little ones or is it just life?
Life.
Okay. All right. Cool. We can control life more than we can control the little ones, right? All right. Anybody else? That's good stuff. Fear, distractions, feeling like a loser if you don't accomplish what you want to accomplish, right?
I feel like the schedule, though, gets you back on track if you do get distracted. Because if you, get distracted and all of a sudden it's 4 o'clock, then you can kind of look at a schedule if you have it written down and say, okay, well, yeah, I didn't do all those other things, or I didn't do as much as I wanted to, but hey, it's 4 o'clock. This is what I can get back on schedule.
I love that part, because there's days when I'm like, man, all right, AT, you say you're just gonna work on this for 2 hours, and now it's headed to 3. It's 4 o'clock, and I can look on my schedule today at 4:30. I'm supposed to call agents, invite them to meet with me to watch a video. That's what I'm supposed to do today at 4:30. It's right here on my wall. I can look back at that and do it, right? I'm like, okay, let me get back on task, because my schedule is income producing, right? My schedule is income producing. I only have an income producing schedule, right? Income producing schedule. Because so what you can do, and I want you guys to understand this, every day doesn't have to be. I thought somebody's gonna say it gets boring following the same routine every day, Anthony. That's so boring. All right, I'm a creative person. I need variety in my life, right? I need to spice of life in my life. And so you can create I don't know how many days you work in your real estate business, but if you're not making 6 figures, you should be working 6 days a week, right? 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. You should be, bottom line, if you want to make 6 figures, right? We know 90% of people won't do it, right? You know the numbers, but I'm saying if you want to do that, you have to work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week until you hit that threshold. You have to do it. All right, so you can design each day differently. Now, some of you guys mentioned a lot of things, and some of the stuff you mentioned is too much on your schedule, right? You can have too much on your schedule. So here's some things to consider. What time must I wake up? Not what time do I wake up? What time do I need to get up, right? I got up early this morning, which I always get up early. But when I was last 30 days, last 2 weeks, I was in Latin America. And I was like, ooh, it's nice just getting up, watching the sun. I just go back to sleep, because I was like, I'm not working. I refused to work. Took my laptop, opened it up one time. And I said, man, put that thing up. It's time to celebrate your success. All right, so what time must I wake up? You got to decide that, okay? You have to decide that. I can give you what the data says, but you know how you operate. There's no person who's ever made $1 million or more that gets up after 5:30 in the morning. Of the 300 people that I read about, I won't say nobody, but there's a lot of creative people that write music at night. I don't know, but we're talking about salespeople, and we're talking about real estate and mortgages, things of that nature. So what time must I wake up? You have to decide that. It definitely has to be before 7 o'clock. I'm just sorry, y'all. It does. It's sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It does have to be before 7 o'clock. You can't be getting out of bed at 7. Most people just get up at 9:30, 10, have a cup of coffee, stumble around, go to the shower, get the makeup on, shade the head like I did this morning. Next thing you know, it's 10:30, 11. The day is over. Because I got, by 12 o'clock, I already got 8 hours in on you. You can't catch up to me. Like Kobe Bryant said, he said, I work 2 hours extra every day, and I figure over years, nobody could catch up to me. So instead of doing a lot, you guys should take a picture of this slide. What if you only did 1 to 2 income producing activities a day? Forget about 2, just 1 a day. That means in 6 days, you will have done 6 income producing activities. 6. When most people, we already know that 95% of the people, they wake up and they don't know what they need to do for today, and 90% of them don't make 6 figures or more. So we got to start defining 6 figures. I'm telling you, the threshold for a real estate mortgage business, if you want to feel successful financially, you got to be at 135 or more. Just the number. You have to be at 135,000 more. If you start to do 1 to 2 income producing activities a day, it'll be easy for you to get there. Right? And then you guys know when you do the 1 to 2 income producing activities per day, I suggest one. Then you have to write down 1 to 3 steps for each income producing activity. Not more than 3. I don't care what your brain tells you to do. All you high C's out there, overthinkers. You cannot put more than 3 steps to an outcome. You can't do it, because guess what? It's not going to happen. You can't be like, I want to get one, I want to book one appointment, which you should be doing every day. And you can say, I'm going to go to Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to call the leads for 2 hours. I'm going to call my past clients. You can't do all those. You can't do all those things in one day. I mean, you could, but real life doesn't happen that way. Remember, we're chopping down the tree in the same spot, right? Every Monday you should do something. Every Tuesday you should do something. Every Wednesday you should do something. Every Thursday you should do something. Every Friday you should do something. Every Saturday you should do something. Whatever Sunday looks like, you should do something. It should be the same. If every Monday you did the same thing on Monday every day, over time the tree's gonna fall. Right? It's gonna fall. So you don't have to do the same thing you do on Monday to the same thing you do on Tuesday. Don't do that. For some of you guys, that's a lot for some of you guys. So you gotta at least do 1 income producing activity a day. 1. I'm going to show you what some of those are in a second. And then please, you cannot have more than 3 steps, and that's a lot. 1 to 2 is really ideal to get each IPA done. And then you have to decide what time you want to go to bed. I know some of you guys have kids, and some of y'all got baby kids. They stay up to 11 o'clock at night. Put them jokers in the bed. Okay? Yeah, you gotta put them jokers in the bed. Kids ain't need to be up no 11 o'clock at night. They gotta go to school. They need to get their brain. They need their rest. And you need your rest, and you need time to think on your own as well. When I was raising my kids, 7:30, 8. It's time to lay down, big dogs. Right? Even my son now is 18, he go to bed at 9:30. And not because of me, because he's trying to hit outcomes. He's like, Dad, I gotta get at 4 o'clock, I gotta work out, blah, blah, blah. He do his little routine, making all kinds of noise in this house, you know? And I'm like, dang, dude, I feel like I want to punch you today. You just keep waking people up all the time. I'm like, you need your own place, my brother.